Yeah, chances are very high that she knows what the deal is with the paint that dried near the door. But, you know what, I had my luck with Larry Butts last time that I didn't need to check other places first before tackling his Cyclops. I was able to go through them on first try, but I don't know if I want to do it again with H and Andrew, so I'm thinking about this. I'm gonna check some other places first and see if there's anything else that we can do before doing her Cyclops. If not, then we're definitely gonna be doing the Cyclops in like just a couple of seconds. Alright, so let's go and do some investigating in some other places. Maybe we can finally talk to Ron the Light or look at me at the detention center? October 13th, detention center. Visitor room. Ah, Mr. Wright! Oh, okay. So we can talk to Ron, like right now.
Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation?
Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore! Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Yeah. Well, you see... the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lily Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then, well, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron the Light, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time, I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Yes, just please do this for us. Just make our jobs easier on us, man. I mean, I think I get it. The reason why you were so adamant on having us all believe that you were the thief was because otherwise you would be accused of murder that in the same fashion that you are now. That is the possibility that I'm thinking of, in which case, if you didn't kill anyone, then you hid this stuff from us. You knew that someone got killed, and you didn't trust us to help you with that. Instead, what did you do? You trusted Gato, and looky, he pretty much betrayed you. So, just make our jobs easier, man. We want to help you. Okay. Alright, so let's begin. Let's talk about Mask the Mask a little bit more. Mr. Dart, do you still insist that you are Mask the Mask? Is that what I've been saying since yesterday?
That was a quick response.
Tell me about it. Tell me, to be honest, it's starting to get irritating.
But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we?
Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself! Here I am! The tragic clown!
I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn.
Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time.
So then the person dressed up as Mask the Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Adney. So that night, you didn't go to Lordy Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time that blackmail note said I should.
Alright, what happened next?
Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Then suddenly, they bashed me over the head. Bam!
Was it Kane Bullard that hit you?
I don't know. I mean, silhouette and breaking the fourth wall aside, Kane Bullard should have been dead at that point, so it's gotta be our lovely ace detective. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it.
Okay, and what did you do after that?
Well, I got out of there, for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them.
Nick? All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kinda sounds like the murderer to me.
Please don't say that. Okay, well, here's something that I'm curious about. Why were you fired in the first place?
Mr. Knight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB Security?
How did you... I'm begging you! Please don't tell Desi! Please!
Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet.
Phew, thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually.
Why you be hiding it from her anyway?
Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over.
Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place?
Because Desi spent money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief. At least, that's what I thought anyway. So he became Master for Desiree, huh? Oh. But you still haven't told me why you were fired, though, in the first place. I mean, what did you do? Were you incompetent at your job? Okay, well... Yeah, might as well start presenting some stuff around here, like... For example, the buzzer records. I mean, you should definitely know some stuff about what's happening inside KB security, so... Maybe you can give us some more insight.
The buzzer went off just once around the time that Bullard was killed.
Ooh! That's scary. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised by how clueless he is anymore? I mean, we found this list in the CEO's office, and it says, like, it shows every single detail of the thefts that you've done. Can you tell us something about this? This list. We found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey! This is a list of all the things Master Matt stole! And that's the value of each item listed next to it. $100,000, $150,000.
Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items?
The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. Really now. I guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. Yeah, because again, while he is a thief, I just cannot imagine him having to deal with the black market and such. I mean, he has to, but I don't think that he would be able to survive the underground road for that long. The CEO office buzzer. There's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it. It makes a terrible racket.
Sorry, I just not making a lot of noise.
Does this buzzer have something to do with this case? Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it. Or anything else for that matter. Hey! This is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail.
But Master Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared.
That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh?
Wow, awesome! Hey, hold the phone! The guard in this photo, is this you, Mr. Delight?
That's right. Let's check if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even pros could see through that in a heartbeat. About first heist. Guardian photo is Ron the Light. I guess we got a confirmation from him. But, as you might expect, Detective Admi found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Admi found a Master Mask disguise? That's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Admi got his hands on this. I see. So we are dealing with a spare costume, huh? Thanks to that, I got a chance to remake my costume.
It must have been really time-consuming, huh?
Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters?
Blackmail letters?
You got it starting when? Tell me more! No! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Alright. Whoa, the new song. Like, what is this? Oh, neat. Is this, I guess with this, is this giving us like a new... Yep, this is giving us like a new topic of discussion, apparently.
This blackmail letter, is this the first one you got?
No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. Like, is this another investigation song as well? Because from what I've seen on the the lists of songs, like the names of songs and such, there's a couple of them for each game, so it should be like the second one, I guess. You know, before we continue this, like, just a minute to take a break and to talk about this, but I've asked like several people about this sort of stuff. Like back when I was doing like when I started showing the song names for these back in Justice for All, I was asking people about the names of the songs, and apparently they're so random. They're like there's no official name for each of these songs. They all differ in all sorts of ways, like a word is changed. Like, for example, some people said that it's like for Gado's theme it's the fragrance of dark coffee, and from what I remember I wrote it as black coffee because, well, coffee can be black and such. I guess you can call it dark coffee as well, but I don't know, I guess I decided to go with black coffee. It's that sort of stuff. Like, sometimes I question myself, ooh, is it black or is it dark? I don't know. There's like all sorts of variations of song that it makes you feel odd. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emma heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it.
So someone found out about your true identity? Just like that?
Well, gee, I wonder. No, it's not easy being a master thief, you know. I got proof that it was you, so give up. He went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me like $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail.
The plans?
Huh. Heist plans, you say?
What are these plans you're talking about?
There were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting of some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods.
So you mean that the one who planned the heist wasn't you?
Hmm. No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
You sound like Mr. Knight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him.
So Ron the Light was Master Mask after all? But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. And then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Did you try not to look so gleeful about it?
So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too?
Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Light, is everything you just told me the truth? Yes. But please don't tell Desi, okay? Okay, from the mask's second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Ron, before you go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. I see. So look at me, had you pinned down. He was blackmailing you to do whatever he wanted. If what you're saying is true, that is. Yes? But please don't hurt me. Why would he fucking hurt you? I mean, okay, Nick has a record of being a bully to his victim just so that he can get what he wants, because sometimes he's pretty tired of the shenanigans that are happening in court and his cases, so he has to go extreme. But these days he's pretty calm, so you don't have to worry about that. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday.
Why?
Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? Huh, just as I thought. The reason why you went for the thief angle is because you didn't want to be accused of murder.
I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight.
I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at this word. Okay. Ah, that has to be Pose.
Mystic Man! Hey! Betty!
Oh. You're like a ray of sunshine each time I see you. What's up, sweetie?
I'm back.
Pose, so what have you been up to this whole time?
The second urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Klein Village to have it examined. And? What did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently.
Oh, gee. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? Like, what's the big deal?
What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick. We gotta find out how they got there.
Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. But please don't forget about me. Okay. So does that signal the fact that we're done here, or is there more to it? Like, do you have anything to say about this? That's kind of strange.
What is?
Up until now, Misty Mask has gone after famous works of art or treasures. Why did he suddenly decide to steal this plain-looking urn that nobody would want? You make it sound like you had nothing to do with the theft. Well, it wasn't me that chose to steal this urn. Yeah, that's right. I mean, you've been blackmailed into stealing the rest of the items. You only had in plan yourself to steal the tier of Emma. No. But otherwise, you weren't the one that chosen the other art pieces. But you know what? Let's see about some other places. See if anything else is gonna happen around here. Not around here. Not around here either. People are still investigating this, more than likely.
Hey, you guys! What did I just say? What did I just fucking say? Get out of here! Shoo!
Okay, fine. Jesus. Being so mad all the damn time. It's not like this is the first time you're dealing with this sort of stuff, yo. That a killer is fooling you. So why all the anger? Alright, well, if you hold on a second. Shouldn't we see if Desiree has anything to say? Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. I doubt that she really has anything to say about this sort of stuff.
I'm so happy that I got your second arm back. Well, I have you to thank for that, Mr. Knight. And I'm sorry.
Huh? What are you apologizing for?
Because I mistakenly blamed your husband for taking it.
Okay, well, we've seen this before.
I told you, didn't I? My honey could never do such a thing.
Alright, well, I guess so. Let's... do you have anything to say? No? What about you, Larry Buzz? No, we already talked to him, like, enough. Like, enough is enough. He had his moment of fame. So let's just go and talk to Adrian right now. I think it's time we do her Psyclox. Oh? Something new is going to happen here.
Oh, Pearl. How nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined.
Oh, I see. Maybe if you take a good look at this urn. And figure out the mystery of what actually happened here.
Nick, let's look around one more time.
Look around? You mean around here? Yeah, these look like we can check for like new stuff. This box, there's something about it that's bothering me.
That's the box that the second urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it too. It's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn.
I think I know how the paint got on it. I think I know how the paint got on it now.
You're right. Let's investigate again, Nick.
I got it. A wooden box that had the sacred urn in it. Has pink paint stains on it. Okay then. What about the sword once more?
Detective Edmund said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief.
Yeah, something tells me that whoever did this hit something else other than Detective Adme.
But that was obviously a lie.
Because it turned out that Adme was the real thief. It's still hard to believe. It looks like Aiden feels really bad about it.
I'm going to take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence I can fix it right up.
I don't know about that one. We're talking about a bent sword over there. I mean, what is it made out of? Is it pure metal or... Let's see. I mean, that doesn't say. I don't remember what it was made out of, but... I don't know. Something tells me you're gonna have to get that one to the blacksmith or something. If it's metal or something.
I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was bent in the first place. Please be gentle with it.
Okay. Hey. Burr. It looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr. What do you think about? What do you think, Pearls?
I got it. Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger.
Oh, Maya, you and with your burgers. Yeah, we already went through this.
This is the camera and computer that Detective Edmund set up, huh?
That's what he said.
And yet he still let it take a picture of him. I guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be.
That or he did it intentionally. The camera belonged to Lord Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. So then why would Nasty Mask allow that to happen? It's like he was taunting us. Ah. I mean, we already checked this.
Look, a letter.
Maya, how many times are we gonna talk about this? That's a step letter.
We're gonna be talking about this for the rest of our lives. So, what's the difference? You need to start judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
Right, sorry. You know, that really should be like the motto. You know, that really should be the motto of our company, of our writing code offices. We should put like a banner like on our building and the motto like right around it. It's what Maya is saying right over here. Not to mention that we could put that on Nick's grave or Maya's grave, like, you know, when they get old and die. Not saying that when they're gonna die in our adventures. Like, I don't want any of these people to die. I love them. Why do I feel like we've had this exact same conversation before somewhere? It's because we have. Let's see. Yeah. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
There's something suspicious about this paint mark.
Yeah, I mean, it has been dry even before our first day investigation, like yesterday. Like, way before the night of the crime.
The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly and it's shockingly pink. Yes, Nick, could it be that this odd shape is...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
That's the box the Sacred Urn was in.
If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. You know, it kind of makes me think about this sort of stuff. Like, there are some things that we figured out in the investigation and some things that we figured out in the trial. This is the sort of stuff that we figured out like right now, but I wonder if things were done in like the first game or something like that, things would have been changed and we would figure this out in the trial. And I don't know, it kind of makes me question, like, it kind of makes me wonder of Nick's progress in terms of, you know, solving these cases. As a defense attorney, he solves cases better than a detective, so it kind of makes me think about his progress in terms of solving this, like in the investigation before our trial, that is.
Wow, you're right. Look, it matches.
I mean, granted, no matter how many things we can figure out, even in the investigation, there's always gonna be lots of stuff to figure out in the trial. So we're not gonna lack that. That's for sure.
What is it, Mr. Nick?
This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Yeah, see? Would you look at that? Our boy Nick has figured out like stuff himself. I mean, it's not the first time, of course, but hey, he's progressing through this. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Or at least to solving the mystery of the urn, that is. About the killer, that is gonna be during the trial. Hey! Origami. It says origami.
No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just cannot see the last two letters.
Well, look at you being smart. Miss Smarty Pants or Smarty Skirt. The statue wasn't where it is now when we first came here, right?
Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it?
Oh, someone moved it. It was probably Mask the Mask.
Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mr. Gami while he stole the air.
Hey, cut it out. You didn't meet the creeps with that kind of talk. The door to the actual storeroom. Lots of boxes and stuff back there. And that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. And Sandra said we're not allowed in there, sadly. But okay, enough is enough. Let's see about some stuff, Adrian. How about this? We are presenting you the Bagatama so that we can take a look at your Psychologs and break them. Just like good old times. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn?
Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit.
Why did I suddenly sound like an old woman right there with that kind of accent of some sort? The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before.
Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake.
A fake?
You're the one that said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence, the urn that was submitted that the trial was genuine?
Yes, it is the urn itself. Which in the end is true. I mean, Prose checked it herself. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Ah, the good old-fashioned Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia trick. It is fake. Nah, it's the same. It's fake. It's actually the same. And then she's gonna let the urn go and it's gonna break. Prose went back to Kurai village and had it examined.
Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how...
What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again.
Did you say again?
Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too.
Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
Because now it looks like this, and before it looked differently. Like, it looked like this before, whereas now it looks completely different. So something happened to the urn, that's for sure. This poster, it was made recently, right?
Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit.
At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said "I am" on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says "Ami." When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed.
Ah! I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken.
That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth.
Wait!
For?
Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Yes, that's it. You must have been one of the people at the photo shoot.
They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. It looks like she's not going to give up that last Psychoc so easily. Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? Well, yeah. I mean, it is because of the paint right near the door. Like, the paint was also in the box here as well, which contained the urn. I mean, my guess is the box and some paint bucket were dropped there on accident. Like, that's what you were trying to hide, aren't you, Adrian Andrews? Is this what it is? Take that! Well, Miss Andrews? What is this supposed to mean? There's pink paint all over this urn. And there is pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You cannot weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But... Uh-oh. She's trying to make her escape. But you can get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar! Anyway... Wait. Okay, yeah, she's definitely lying over here, but at the same time, well, it could be possible. Why wouldn't she have like pink in her room? The paint on the urn and the paint on the floor. I mean, how do you know that, Nick? There's no proof that it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is... the wooden box? The paint on the floor and the paint on the urn? The link is literally the box, I mean... This is where the urn was inside. And it had pink splotches, which links to the floor, so... Take that! This box. The urn was stored in this, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. The paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it? Yes. If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does your justice. Mr. Wright! Alright, so... Spill the beans, Adrian Andrews. Tell us. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. Well, I cannot say that it is the first time you may feel this way, Nick. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. It's okay, Adrian. Just because we figured out you broke the urn, it doesn't mean that we suspect you of murder. I believe in you. I believe that you're innocent. That you didn't kill Juan Corrida. Because even if you tried to burn the suicide note and incriminate Metangard as the kid... Wait, what the fuck am I even talking about? Well, that's a separate case. This is you just breaking up an urn.
Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Bertie? No, not at all. I know just how she feels.
It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken, on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in a box. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance, the box I was carrying crashed to the ground. No.
I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Feeling the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. A broken piece of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock and let out a huge scream.
I can totally see how that could have happened.
Yeah. As clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands.
Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Korean village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Unfortunately, the shards were pretty big.
And that's when the I am got changed to Ami.
I didn't know how it was originally written. But any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami.
Any same person? Really?
Oh, pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Yeah, but she's 9 years old. You know, just give her a break. She was 8 years old at the time when she tried to fix that turn. Plus, she's a... Didn't I tell you to not show me that fucking picture? I hate that picture. I don't want to see Pearl sad. Like, how many times are you gonna show that to me? God damn it.
Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then.
But there's something I don't get. When I first came here, I didn't see any paint stains.
Now, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statues to cover it.
Yeah, figures. The Ami face statue.
Aha!
The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the second urn was stolen.
But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here.
That's because the statue was covered in the paint.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall.
And?
I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
Well, I see. Now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange.
What is it, Pearls?
The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. And that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was getting visible.
Yeah, she's right about that. Miss Andrews?
Huh? Why? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you surely wouldn't want anybody to find out that paint mark over there, that pink splotch. So it definitely couldn't be her that moved it.
Well, then who was it? Who would have done it and why?
On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then, the next day, it was moved. But why? I wonder why. It looks like there's some connection between the second urn and the murder case.
Why? Why do you think so, Nick?
Because that night, the real thief around the light was a.k.a. security. So then why did another masked mess show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact.
One undeniable fact?
The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance.